Well, let's try this again one more time.
One more time. If it doesn't work out, we'll finish. We'll quit the podcast.
Well, last week we had a special guest. We had Emma on with us. And of course, that gave us technical difficulties. So, but she has joined us again this week. So, hi, Emma.
Hopefully, I'm not a big issue again.
Correct all our files. That's what happened last week. We recorded a full episode. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And then it got corrupted. We were like, well,
it was Emmy award-winning stuff.
People know our podcast now that is even remotely close.
I know, that's why they would have been so surprised.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We were going to win awards, be famous. Everybody been like, Joe who?
I mean, what was that thing that we hit on YouTube again?
Oh, yeah. We hit 1,000 plays on Spotify.
Yeah. And almost on YouTube, right?
We're at like 860 something on YouTube.
Yeah, pick it up, Robin.
Right? But I thought it was pretty cool. I was at work and went on break, and it like gave me the notification. I was like, no shit.
Yeah.
And people have listened to our podcast on Spotify for at least 1 minute 1,000 times.
Hey, it's like 45 seconds longer than I gave them. So
YouTube, it only is like 15 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Some things, not everything. And we ain't talking about everything. Shit. That's just embarrassing.
Since we've had the last episode, we've had a barbecue that you've been wanting to do forever.
Yeah. It was kind of an experimental thing. So that's why there wasn't a whole lot of like invites and
who shows up. Just to see who shows up.
Well, I mean, it was mainly just like your guys' friends and Jamie's friends, and
it was kind of like
I had my brothers.
Kind of like telephone, like see who tells who, see who shows up.
Yeah, but next year I want to go bigger, and then we'll actually like try to invite a lot of people.
Bigger.
I think it was a lot of people already, but
surprisingly so. Like I honestly expected like 6, maybe 7.
It ended up being like at least 20.
Yeah, the burger to people ratio was way off. Like I made them way too big. Like I should have thinned them things out to like quarter pounders instead of 1 pound burgers.
Turned them into smash burgers.
Well, I think that was about 11 pounds of meat.
Yeah.
So.
And how were they?
I don't know. I didn't even get one.
I had one, and they were really, really good.
I couldn't really finish mine because I was holding the baby, and she was eating all the bread topping, like my buns.
Yeah. Yes. I remember seeing you set it down. I was like, "What the hell? Did she just eat around the burger?"
Yeah, we had a couple of babies there, and then we also had like some like really young kids there that looked like babies. Most of the babies were teenagers.
Yeah.
No, not really. No, everybody was actually really good. It was actually a lot of fun. I do see why people only do that shit like once or twice a year because I was exhausted.
Unexpensive.
Oh yeah,
especially the payment for the guys that came out to help us.
Yeah, someone who was hanging out in the living room stepped on and broke my headset for my PlayStation. I don't know who it was. I'm not upset about it. It's just I went downstairs the next day to go play some video games.
Yeah,
I was like, shit. Like the whole aux cord had snapped off.
That's the whole thing with the parties and stuff. And like you got to plan on some things are going to be having duct tape or electrical tape on them from now on.
Yeah.
Or shoes get taken.
Yeah.
I'm still very sussy about that.
I was really happy to see your youngest brother show up.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, like I was like, so I was happy. I don't get to see him often, so
yeah. He's not a crazy like. He doesn't like going out to like social things very often.
Yeah.
And seeing him go out of his way to come to a social thing, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. I told him, I was like, anytime I got something going on, you're always welcome. So
yeah.
He's always invited.
But he's pretty successful.
It was a fun time. So I'm ready to do it again next year. But we're going to do it at the farm.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to make the cornhole tournament bigger, which Colin was the victor of the shield.
Yeah, it's so weird because we record in the room that the shield rested in.
Yeah.
And now there's just a hook on the wall.
Well, I'll replace it. I'll put something up there. Or open it again next year.
It's true.
I almost had them. I was like talking some mad shit, and I thought I was going to get them whenever I started talking about boxing. So, forewarned, we're going to go to a boxing thing, a boxing event. So, or match, or I don't know what you would call boxing.
Boxing match.
I guess so. We're going to go watch boxing. So
cool.
So be ready for that.
I would love to because it's in the ballpark of my favorite sport.
Yeah.
It's my favorite sport is UFC, but just martial arts. But boxing is like the grandpa of UFC, so
yeah,
that'd be cool. So, is there anything that you would change about it, like for next year?
Oh, there's a lot. I plan on changing. You know, I'm gonna put somebody else in charge of cooking. I know that. Like, I'll hire out for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to do it again.
Hire
Why
me.
not?
I'll take your money.
Yeah.
Why don't you want to? Why don't you want to?
Because I want to focus on other things. Like I actually want to be a part of it. And
He was kind of like cooking all night, and then he didn't even get his own burger.
yeah. So, which I mean, I was 100% fine with, but it's just I don't know. Like,
I think it's so weird that people don't season their hot dogs. One thing.
how the hell do you season a hot dog?
Whenever you're cooking it, you put some seasoning on it.
All right, Gordon Ramsay, what seasoning goes on a hot dog?
If you're doing a barbecue, like the same seasonings you're putting on your burgers, goes on your hot dogs.
First, you would have to conquer the question whether or not a hot dog is a sandwich or not.
It is.
How?
Because it's between bread.
It's inside of one bread, so.
How is the bread separated?
It's not separated. The bread is connected.
Well, it's not completely connected.
Oh, goodness.
It's open
It
on
is
one
cut.
side.
The bread is cut, and there's something between it. That is a sandwich.
Right.
Like a hoagie
What
sandwich.
qualifies a sandwich as a sandwich then?
Personally, I think it's like the meat, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I guess you can have a meatloaf sandwich, but I think of 2 slices of bread, and then there's something in between them.
So you're saying Subway isn't a sandwich then? They don't sell sandwiches? It's not 2 different pieces of bread. It's split down the middle like a hot dog bun.
Kind
So you think sub sandwiches are not?
No, they always cut through it whenever.
No, they don't.
And it's not a sandwich, it's a sub. So
Sub sandwich.
yeah. So less than a sandwich. Gotcha. So thank you for proving my point. What's that steak thing that we want to go eat? I always forget the name of it. Really fancy one. Gordon Ramsay does it.
We're talking about a Philly cheesesteak?
No. It's a fancy steak.
Is it like covered in like a croissant crust thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck! What's it called?
Filet mignon?
No, it's close.
I don't know how to say it.
Man, I forget what it's called.
Right, but everybody knows what we're talking about. Or they will eventually. But
I don't know.
is that a sandwich? Because I mean, it's surrounded by bread.
It's surrounded by pastry. It's not bread. That's just crust.
Pastry is sweet bread. Like
no, there's a difference.
The name's right there, isn't it?
Yeah,
it hurts. Right, it happens to us all the time.
Only as soon as I press like stop recording, it's gonna be right there in our heads.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. But I don't know. Well, if you were in charge of
Beef Wellington.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. See,
yeah, girl. That's why we keep her around.
She doesn't give up like we do. We were like, oh yeah, we're done. We'll just go on.
Because we're not going to think of it.
No, I never would have got beef Wellington. I'll be like, yeah, trying to order it at the restaurant. Be like, the one thing Gordon makes, it's like a croissant steak.
Yeah. I mean, that's the basic way of saying it.
So if you're in charge of cooking next year, what would you want to cook?
Beef Wellington.
I'm not making you beef Wellington. That shit is so complicated.
Yeah.
Especially when I was doing culinary college courses, they wanted us to do that, and everybody's like, "Fuck that! No."
I think we just go with like a burn pit and a bunch of like hot dog sticks and
I definitely want to throw in a few casseroles.
I always take a casserole.
Like cheesy potato casserole or like green bean casserole.
I love green bean
if it's got
casserole.
casserole on the end, I'm going to eat it.
What about shit casserole?
Shit on a single casserole?
Ooh,
Yeah.
I
We were
def-
talking about SOS the other day.
she was talking about it to the tattoo artist.
You've never had SOS?
No. Well, that's the same as you never had chicken shit.
No.
Oh, we were talking about this. I was like, oh,
Is
well,
chicken shit a meal? Like, hold up.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So there's like sour cream and
Uh-huh.
cream cheese, and then like hash. It's kind of like cheesy hash browns, and then like creamy chicken, and then chicken.
I'm about to eat a bunch of chicken shit. That is not what I thought I would
Sounds
ever
really
say in my
good.
life.
She was
I,
telling me about it earlier. Sounds really good.
I can definitely make it for dinner sometime.
Yeah, I'll make the SOS and you make the CS.
I'll make chicken titties.
Yeah, I haven't had those since your grandpa Brian made them.
Mom's recreated them a couple times, and they were still pretty good. Not the same as Brian doing it, but it was pretty good. So.
Yeah, like Brian made like chicken titties, and I mean, no disrespect to your mom, but like hers were like a B cup. His were like full D's.
Yeah,
So
so good.
they were good. Don't get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Just saying.
Yeah.
This episode's full of things I never thought I would say. Your grandpa had some really nice titties. Okay. But yeah, so next year, go to the farm, make a cornhole tournament bigger.
Yeah.
I actually don't think I've been to the farm yet.
Really?
You haven't taken me.
Slacker.
Well, I'm not going to take the Chrysler out there. Sorry.
I mean, he would have like 2 years ago. Like,
Yeah.
like it's hot enough. It's fine.
It only rained like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Sticks out in the middle of the field.
I do want to make the tournament bigger, so figure out how to do that. I guess through invites and stuff like that. So, um, I don't know. I thought it'd be cool to like make a mud pit for like side by sides.
Yeah,
So
that would be sick.
yeah, because I mean I know Kane would probably be like, I mean I might go off through there a little bit,
Mud pit?
So
Yeah, like a big mud hole that you can drive your off-road vehicles through.
mhm.
I was thinking like a mud pit to where like the kids can roll around like little piggies.
I mean, before and after, sure, why not?
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, there won't be no rocks in it or anything. Anybody can do whatever they want to do in it. I guess it's a mud pit, but
I'm unvolunteering myself from picking up rocks for you. I put in my hours when I was a kid. I'm not doing it anymore.
dude, you still ain't caught up to me, so.
I'm sorry. I didn't grow up on the farm. I just spent most of my time out there.
That's a big maybe, because that's kind of a big ask on like the actual process of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I know everybody's like, "Oh, just dig a hole." Like, nah, you can't just dig a hole. Like, we gotta get the rocks out of there because somebody like I know at least one of your friends is gonna be like, you know what? I bet my Ford Taurus can make it through there.
Or if it's not for cars, you can just put a tarp down, fill it up with the dirt that you took out, and then hose, put some water, make it a little water bog.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what we're doing, just minus the tarp.
Yeah. But we'd also have a lot of upset mothers.
Yeah. And a lot of broken axles.
Yeah.
You would just hose them down before they go home.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to draw up like a waiver.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. This stuff's getting like important to me these days, I guess. So
Being old and shit.
Saying that like you're dying tomorrow.
well, I'm not. But so like I'm in the office, right? I'm like having to do math anyway, like average tonnage and stuff like that. So like the average age for like an American male is 76, right? But for a smoker, it's 68.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 43.
Mm-hmm.
That puts me at 25 years.
Well, there's also other things that could contribute to it, like my grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
He was, I think, 55, something like that. He
Yeah.
died, but that's only because of a car accident.
Yeah. And like my mom, she died. I'm older than my mom whenever she died.
Mm,
So like I'm on borrowed time anyway, the way I look at it.
yeah.
So, but let's say I do hit the average, and I get to 68. That puts me at 1,300 weekends left. 1,299 now because I mean this weekend's gone. So
That's crazy.
yeah, I mean whenever you look at life like that, I mean, I'm not, and I'm above average smoker, so that's 9,125 days left.
Wow.
I'm under 10K. So the weekends are a little more important than what they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's how I think.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
That's
So
crazy to think about.
yeah, I mean, and honestly, I'd say the sooner you start thinking about it, the better life will be.
It's crazy to think, like, with that logic, I probably have like 50, 60 years left.
Yeah,
That's still a long time. That's longer than you've been alive. But that's not that long,
yeah,
you know.
yeah,
Phones have only been around for 20 years. Like mobile phones, sorry.
yeah. But it's just, I mean, the
Yeah,
world
like 30
changes so
now. But
fast, to where like you can't even keep track. Like this year's almost over. I don't remember a good chunk of it,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was January like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand where it went, So that's where the weekends start ticking away,
Yeah.
you know. And this was like rough math, because this didn't have, I'm well, quite a few months past my birthday. I'm almost 6 months.
Mm.
December will be 6 months. So like I actually have less weekends than what I have.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So, you know,
And that's if you die at 68, though.
yeah. So I mean, I know some people kind of like, man, you're different a little. Like, like I think of things differently, and I've been handling certain situations differently, and I just don't have time for a lot of things anymore.
Yeah.
I got to concentrate on myself, and
Is that the tough shit you're wanting to talk about?
well, I mean, yeah, kind of, I guess.
Mm.
Like I don't know. What do you guys think about my 1,300 weekends left?
I'm too dyslexic for that. Track.
It's interesting.
Well, I mean, being in my shoes, like
Mhm.
just pretend you're in my shoes. You got 1,300 weekends left. What are you doing with them?
Realistically,
Yeah.
nothing.
Probably just doing what I've been doing anyway, because I always, the week before our weekend, I always fill it with activities that we can do. He's already pretty pissed off and done with me because of that.
Well, I don't know, because like, like you take the 1,300, and you also got to subtract the years that aren't worth the shit doing shit on the weekend anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I ain't gonna be 57 hitting the club.
Yeah.
Like, that's just, I'll already throw my hip out if I don't stretch before I go now. So,
I want to say that I would spend it like doing what I want to do, having fun,
mhm.
But realistically, I wouldn't. I would just do exactly what I do every other weekend.
Why?
Because I'm really, really good at putting everything off. You know?
I don't know. I mean, I'm almost professional at wasting life away.
Yeah.
Like, I've done a lot of it through video games, work, you know, the wrong girl. Like, I mean, it just, I don't know. Like, once you start adding up all the time that you're not really giving yourself
Yeah.
to do the things you want to do just because I just don't feel like doing anything today because, oh my gosh, what a week. Man, fuck that week.
Mm-hmm.
Like, go do something. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. What's your thoughts, Emma? She got a Chewbacca thing, so.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. Because you can really die at any moment, no matter how much you feel it. Because You probably don't want me to talk about this, but I recently just found out a friend of mine passed away, and even him, he didn't drop alcohol, didn't smoke, didn't do any of that. He was a civil servant of like anything. Like if he could volunteer, he was there. He did everything for his community, and even doing being strict to himself and to his community, he was still taken.
Mhm.
So no matter even what you do,
Yeah.
to me, it's not really gonna be worth anything even after you die.
It's true.
Well, yeah. But I mean, with that, it's like, okay, well, time could be shorter. So shouldn't we?
I don't know. I have a more grim aspect to it. If I die, I die. I live every day for that day, and tomorrow I live that day for that day.
Well, I mean, I don't think I'm not trying to like get meaning out of life or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like
Fucking losers.
well, no, I mean like, I'm like whenever you're young, like, oh man, I'm gonna be special. I'm gonna like change the world.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna change the world.
Yeah.
Like I'm not, maybe to a few people I will, but not on a grand scale.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it's time to do some greedy shit.
You probably should.
Like go to Vegas.
Steal some
Go.
Lego sets.
Just what?
Steal some Lego sets. Well, we talked about this last week.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. What was that? Somebody stole Lego sets?
Yeah, and they're in like vintage ones
Mhm.
that Lego officially didn't make a whole lot of.
Yeah.
They're very, very expensive nowadays, like 50 million expensive. And they raided some guy's house, and it literally looked like a warehouse. He had so many sets that he was selling on eBay and all that. It's crazy.
Instead of robbing a bank, they went and robbed a Lego set, and they would have made more money robbing the Lego sets than the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like last week, I blame my generation for that because I know we're the ones buying the shit. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Like, y'all didn't want it when you were kids, and now you guys want it?
When we were kids, we were just getting them stuck up our nose.
Yeah.
Like that's what we were doing with them, And
That's actually so funny you say that, because the kid I babysitted, he kept constantly stuffing Legos up his nose, and we could never get him out, so we always had to go to the hospital.
I don't think I was a nose kid, was I?
No, you
I
didn't
don't
ever
think
really
so.
put anything up your nose. I got a pencil eraser stuck up there one time.
Shout out to my sister. She used to stick little beads up her nose.
Was that for like self-defense? Like you just close one nostril, huh?
That would have saved Batman's parents.
Yeah, well, hold up. Per barbecue, we got to cut down on the comic book talk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I got some complaints.
That's not my problem.
Yeah, I got some complaints, and this came from one of our most like bold, and what else was he?
Pioneer.
Yeah, our like most bold and pioneer listener.
He tried to steal our cat.
He said, "Let's comic book talk."
Yeah, like,
Sorry, do we need to talk about CB radios and Peterbilt 730s?
I didn't teach him about Peterbilt's cannon. Don't make fun of me.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not a model of Peterbilt, but
Have you seen that one meme where it says, fill a slip with your complaint and then put it in the box, but the box has a hole, and so the ticket just goes straight through the box into a paper shredder?
I did not. That's funny though. We need to have that for the podcast.
Well, I mean, it's good to listen to some things, but I mean, we're still going to talk about comic books. Let's be real.
We got 1,000 views on Spotify for this, or in total, 1,800 views on platforms by talking about comic books.
Dude, I got 1,300 weekends left. You think I'm not going to talk about comic books? Shit. That's going to be my answer for everything.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to go do this? No, I've only got 1,195 weekends left. Like, I can't.
They're taken away.
Yeah, like I'm already booked out all the way to like 237. So I mean, you're gonna have to get back with me.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, I'll save you weekend 2.
Yeah.
Where I can't do shit but lay in my bed and flirt with the nurses.
Hey, Gertrude.
I want him to build me a shack behind his house whenever, he has his own house so I don't have to go to a nursing home, but I'm going to end up in one.
You're going to be lucky if you get a Home Depot shed.
Dude, that'd be great. Those things are like tiny houses now.
Hook me up with my PS10
Dude, we
and
need
some
to
Wi-Fi.
just give him a little shack, stick him up in the tree. That way he can't leave ever.
Oh, you go talk about paradise to me? I never have to leave.
And we'll
I
have a
just-
pulley system to give you McDonald's.
Hey, I have to go out on my little Home Depot porch and pull a rope with a pulley and a bucket with my McDonald's in there. Like, did you get my McChicken?
I told you no, ma'am.
I said cheese. Did you? Oh, speaking of being a fat ass, did you see?
Squirrel.
Did you see that McDonald's had a
Big Mac McChicken.
Big Mac McChicken?
I did not. That's really
Yeah.
cool, though.
Yeah, fuck me right in the arteries. Like,
Did you eat it?
no, like I didn't. If I'm going to, I
Mhm.
will. I know I will, but I feel like it's something that I should do alone in the car, like maybe in an alley, because I'm gonna feel really bad about myself.
You know that Wendy's came out with a Krabby Patty? A Krabby Patty meal? From
Well,
SpongeBob?
She needs to control herself, is what she needs to do.
The thing is, though, you can't try it because they're completely sold out of the ingredients. Like, they need to
Plankton stole
restock.
them. I'm calling it. Plankton stole the secret formula. Now they don't have any ingredients.
Why would Wendy's do that? Like 2 decades after it's relevant.
Mm-hmm.
To make it relevant again.
Dude,
We're gonna make SpongeBob great again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
a lot of companies do that. Like, when WandaVision, the TV show, was super popular and
Mm.
Disney didn't bring out any merch for Wanda at all
Yeah.
up until this year. And people are like, this would have like sold out great when, the TV show first came out.
Yeah.
You're all so late with this shit.
They just make them re-relevant in it so they can make more money.
Well, they didn't do the Wanda thing because she's a cis white female. Like,
I mean, straight.
I'm being serious. Really, how much Captain America merch did you see?
Oh,
No, they didn't have near like
for
compare
Civil War they did. Maybe not the other ones, but
compare Captain America to like Black Panther. The
Mhm.
merch was insane for Black Panther.
that's true. Yeah.
Oh, something we did notice when we were at Vintage Stock. I'm probably gonna say this wrong. American Chavez?
America Chavez.
Yeah. In the newest movie, whatever it was.
Marvels.
We saw 2 Funko Pops for her character. One was darker and one was way lighter. So
Like
one was
skin colors.
yeah.
Yeah. Can't go ahead and turn down the radio. It's comic book time. America Chavez wasn't in the Marvels.
It was
She was in Multiverse of Madness.
yeah.
No, she was also in the Marvels.
No, she wasn't.
Which one was she in then? She was with.
She was in Multiverse of Madness.
Well, I remember her glitching around with Brie Larson.
That wasn't.
What movie was
that
that?
was Captain Marvel movie.
Yeah.
No, America Chavez wasn't around then.
No,
No,
oh,
this is
you're
a
thinking of you're thinking of the other one.
You're thinking of the second cap, the Marvels.
The little
That's
the
what I
little-
just said,
Yeah, that's what
But
you're
I'm
thinking
talking
of.
I'm
but
not
she wasn't
talking
in
about
it.
that one.
dude. I swear she was in it.
Dude,
No.
you just saw another like tan skin tone female,
No,
and you think it's her.
do not cancel me already.
You're thinking of I think she went by Miss Marvel.
Oh, that's probably it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
it. And short little Hispanic girl wearing the same colors, whatever.
Okay, well she
Indian.
was Indian.
Same skin color is what I said.
Okay, now he's canceled.
I'm sorry, their tones were similar. If they went to Sephora, they'd be in the same aisle. That's all I'm
What's that?
saying.
Why do you want to do a hard reset? I don't know, son. Anyway,
That
turn it back.
wasn't anything racial. That's just factual.
Go ahead and turn it back up now, Ken.
Okay.
Funko Pops is racist. Like a white Funko Pop and then a really way darker Funko Pop.
Yeah, that was really weird.
So I understand that there was some tattooing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This is your guys' thing. I have no idea.
I got my very first tattoo today.
Yeah.
The beginning of it, though, I was stressing way too much to the point like it was hurting real bad. But then after like a few minutes I got a stress ball. It was the best fucking stress ball I ever got. It was a little mini boob.
It was like a 6-inch circular titty that they use as a stress ball.
Nipple and all.
Yeah.
Is he still open? I'd like to get a tattoo. Or maybe just a quick one.
And he was telling us that he got it at like a breast cancer awareness thing. And I was like, that is sick. That's super cool.
But yeah, after a few minutes, I actually had to turn and start looking at him tattooing me in order to calm my nerves. And after I did that, it was completely numb. I didn't feel anything for the next hour and a half.
Yeah. I was pretty proud, actually. I was like, oh.
Actually, I want to do my next tattoo tomorrow if I had money.
That answers my question.
Yeah, there's the addiction.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I still just have the one. Like I ain't getting all tatted up, but
My dad has 2 tattoos on his shoulders. Shoulders, but yeah. One of them, I don't know if it was like an accidental stick needle or something, but it's scabbed up right in the skull's nose. So every so often the scab will peel and it's like the skull is having a nosebleed.
That's actually kind of cool.
It's my dad's like coolest story. He likes to tell anybody who would listen. Such a dork.
We were on our way home from the tattoo shop, and I was like, if you have any like questions for like aftercare stuff, like you can ask me. I'm like a professional now in aftercare because I've got around 30 tattoos. So
You're only a professional tattoo aftercare, nothing else.
yeah,
I'll never understand it.
it's just so much fun. It's like therapy.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah.
Like, like, do you get tattooed and like stop by Starbucks and
Give me a little treat.
get you something that's a grande and maybe swing by Target and see if they got the new leggings in?
We did actually go to the mall.
There we go.
And he got me the sickest hat ever. It's fucking tits. It's a pink Hello Kitty baseball cap.
It's surprisingly like it looks like a trucker cap. Like
It's
But it's
awesome.
covered in, it's all pink and covered in Hello Kitty.
dude, I'm telling you, whenever that Lowe's comes in, just go sit in the parking lot for a little bit. You'll see some shit like that. This day and age, you'll either see that, a turban. You'll always see sweatpants and sandals matched
Oh
together.
my god. Speaking of that, when I used to work at Pete's, we had this regular guy. He was a trucker. And he always had on the smallest sweatpants. They looked like little kid sweatpants. And then a shirt that would not go over his fat ass stomach. So imagine this overly obese guy coming in with the smallest clothing on. And he stunk up the place too. It was bad.
That is the trucker uniform.
Yeah. They give it out.
It is like it. Even you've been to as many truck stops as I have, you see that constantly. And there's several that listed on here that can vouch for that. Like, because
especially our bold pioneer.
Yeah, the bold pioneer. He's like, you're damn right. So, but yeah, like it's, it. I mean, I don't go like dressed to the nines when I go to the damn truck stop, but my shirt fits. I'm not trying to show I don't know, a bulge. Like,
Besides him, I was picking up the trash one night when I was still working at Pete's. And this one trucker, he had a whole punching bag set up outside of his rig. Like he attached it to his mirror and he was out there punching the shit out of it, sidekick and everything. He was fun. He was built too.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
No days off. Yeah.
I think it was.
He's going down I-49 with a speed bag on the roof.
I'm gonna be getting out of this truck soon. I got that match coming up. Oh my god. Yeah, I
Never
mean,
mind. I was about to cancel us again.
I just, for whatever reason, I can't see like his like truckers used to have like this like thing, like they were tough guys and everything.
Yeah.
I can't imagine like a trucker being tough when he's got an automatic. Like that just
Yeah.
kind of takes away from it. Like, I mean, I didn't believe anything of that movie Over the Top, right? With Sylvester Stallone is about arm wrestling and like, I mean, it's some like late '80s, early '90s shit that you guys don't even know about. But
I watched Rocky, if that's what you're asking.
so it's like he's like driving down the road and apparently trucking back then you just go from like arm wrestling tournament to arm wrestling tournament. I don't know. And he's got like this like weight setup. He's just yeah,
Yeah.
and like, weight shifts all day. I mean, I could believe that. He's got big arms, and now it's like he's got really built finger because he pushes that button.
Yeah.
Drive. It's like it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't feel the same.
I don't think they deserve the same respect.
Yeah, like man, I felt like a badass sometimes driving. Like cross country music be blasting, be going down hills, up hills, around curves, and you're like, you're just jamming away, hitting every gear. Feel great.
Yeah.
Now it's like I gotta try to stay awake.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, like our Western stars have radar on them to where it doesn't allow us to get up close to somebody anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Newer Toyotas have that too.
Yeah. The Bold Pioneer showed me that you can get close enough with a hippie van to where that hippie van will completely disappear in front of your hood.
Oh,
I've never seen that before, and I ain't seen it since. But yeah, that van was completely gone until it finally like, and it took off. But
wow.
This lady I worked with, she had to give me a ride to one of our seminars, and she got like this brand new like 2024 car, and she got this close to another vehicle, and her dashboard started screaming at her like, "Hey, you're too close to this car. You need to like hit your brakes."
Mhm.
And then even though she was on her brakes and she was just that close to it, it scared the shit out of me. Not gonna lie.
I was test driving I want to say it was a 2015 Toyota Camry. But they have a radar thing on them too, where you can adjust it between 3 levels, and even at the like closest distance level, if you become 30 feet from a vehicle in front of you,
Mhm.
it will apply the brakes itself,
Hmm.
and it'll make you stop, make you slow down. Very interesting. I was like, that is not on our good old Dodges. Thank you.
I saw this news article about one of those electric self-driving cars,
Mhm.
and this lady was trying to get to her destination, and this guy was standing in front of her car, and so the car would not move forward, and he was basically harassing the lady in the car, not letting her leave, and she couldn't get the car to like go around him or anything, and so she was stuck there for like a good 30 minutes. I think she had to call the police.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's these people on TikTok that are taking advantage of the new sensors on these cars, and they'll be in like some beat up lemon going down the highway, and they'll know that that car has sensors on it,
Uh-huh.
and that car is like sitting there riding their ass or whatever, the lemon's ass, and they'll like kick over to the right a little bit, and for some reason they'll hit the sensor just right where they slam on the brakes and it gets them off their ass.
Huh.
I was like, that is so cool. Like they're not brake checking them or anything, so the radar's not catching them. They're just doing something that like triggers the sensor in some way
Yeah.
at the same distance away from the car. It just triggers it and it slams on their brakes and they could tread on the person.
Well, in this day and age, it's really important for like you guys to have dash cams. I never would have said that like 5 years ago.
Okay.
But with all the sensors and all that stuff going on with cars,
Yeah.
and little tricks like that and whatnot, if you got a dash cam, somebody does something funky. Because, I mean, now, like, say, I don't know, a Tesla just comes up behind you and just rams the shit out of you,
Mhm.
right? And, well, no, it's a Tesla. Like, it's got sensors, it self drives, and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Or it brake checks you, I guess is probably what I should say. Yeah, and it's an automatic car, like, it's self-driving, so it can't, nothing's wrong with it, da, da, da. If you have a dash cam, you can actually prove the case. Like, no, that fucker glitched out. Like,
Yeah,
and
because it's common
yeah,
for them to not work right.
yeah, and like, I don't know, you just avoid scammers, and like, you see more videos of like people like the car is completely stopped, but they'll just throw themselves onto your hood, like,
Yeah.
oh, he hit me,
Yeah. You see the
So,
skits all the time.
yeah, like you have to like protect yourself in some way nowadays. So
We went to the Maple Leaf stuff yesterday.
mm-hmm.
That was really, really cool. They had a car show, and it easily had over 100 cars, like classic cars.
Yeah,
And it was really, really fucking cool. It was the coolest car show I've probably ever been to. And me being the big grease monkey I am, I haven't. I've been to quite a few car shows, and that one topped it by a million. Like it was fantastic. People had concept cars
mm-hmm.
that like companies would put out as like testing the market, seeing if people actually enjoyed it,
Mm-hmm.
and if people didn't like it, they wouldn't produce it. But they had people like to recreate those, and they had a lot of these concept cars, and it was so cool seeing like old like 60s cars that look like they're supposed to be spaceships.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of them looked like it was straight out the Jetsons, and the way you turned was it had a lever right where your shifter is on your newer cars,
Mm-hmm.
right to the right of you, and you pushed it forward to go left, and you pulled it backward to go right, and it didn't have a steering wheel.
And that seems like it could solve a lot of DWI problems. Yeah.
I thought it was super cool.
And what was that other car where the steering wheel was attached to the door?
Yeah, yeah. I've seen these. I've seen these cars before,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not concept cars. They actually made a lot of them. They're BMWs from the 70s, I think, either 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
I want to say they're Zetas or Zetis, whatever. They're like really, really tiny cars. Like the wheelbase is maybe maybe 3 foot.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
And it only seats one person.
Yeah.
And you get in the car by opening the like front end of it where the headlights are and shit. And you open that up. It's basically like opening up a closet. And you turn around back into it with your ass, sit down, and then you close the door, and the steering wheel's attached to the door, and it pops in front of you.
Yeah, I always thought it'd be cool to have one, but like,
I would never want to drive one though.
I mean, I think it would be cool to have, like, to like, drive around town, but not like while I'm like actively trying to get laid. So,
It's just so dangerous to drive.
well, yeah, I mean, that's all.
You're riding around in a tin can.
Yeah, that's so fun.
I want to drive a tin
That's what you're
can.
describing to me. It's fun.
Well, if you get in a fender bender, you're eating the glass.
Dude, I've got 1,700. like, that's fine. I mean, I can skip out on a few weekends. You look angry. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's like station wagons with the back seat reversed. That was fun. Yeah,
Yeah, those are cool.
it's the only time I ever got car sick, but
Yeah, like the swivel seats where you can turn around and talk to the back seat.
Well, it taught you a lot about life, like how to like grow up as an adult, like how to have confrontation, because like you're sitting at a red light, your dad just fucking brake checked the guy behind you,
Yeah.
and you're making direct eye contact with him, and you ain't braking, you're
Yeah.
looking at him, he's looking at you, and you can tell he's cussing, but you can't hear him, and you're just like, I mean, sure, if he would have like rammed into us, because dad brake checked him.
Yeah.
I mean,
You would eat some glass.
I wouldn't have these weekends left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think we've been doing the podcast long enough for this round to really go ahead and just tell them why we have her on here. So women suck, and let me tell you what. I'm just playing.
I can probably agree with you on some things.
Well, then maybe we do make that a topic. All right. So why y'all crazy?
Hormones.
Oh, that's
Oh. Just blame it on your normal body
Actually,
functions.
so
Guys are assholes because of our hormones. So
so technically, women are misdiagnosed in a lot of things because we mask very well, like autism, sometimes bipolar syndrome. So a lot of us could be undiagnosed bipolars.
That explains a lot.
That explains my mother.
fighting the urge to say anything.
Certain.
Oh, it hurts.
I know. I know. We're awful people.
Yeah, well, I really didn't have any questions prepared. Like, so PMS, it's really not that bad, is it?
I've known nothing about PMS, if I'm being honest with you.
All right.
What even is that?
Are boobs really that big of a challenge?
Yes, actually, yeah.
See, now
I find a cute shirt, put it on, fits my waist, but does not fit the upper.
It's not a complaint.
It's a complaint for me, not you.
Well, it's like, like.
I remember this one time I was trying to reach somebody on the counter, and I could not reach it, so I had to go and pull up my boobs on top of the counter, and that way I could reach it.
I remember that. That was really funny because we were like at a restaurant
So I
or
was like,
something.
I was trying to reach it, and I couldn't. I'm like, God fucking damn it! I just popped them on the counter.
Like she got one with groceries and dropped them on the counter. Just.
Yeah. I don't know. I
Heard the table crack.
like I don't know if I'd ever get out from in front of a mirror. So yeah, I don't know. I never really thought
I
about the
think you would
struggles and
because
turmoil.
sometimes your boobs can be uneven. Like one could be really small, one could be really big. They could be lopsided. You can have nipple hair, like really bad nipple hair, like you have to shave it. Or your areolas can be different colors. Like sometimes they're pretty pink, or sometimes they're like shit colored.
Yeah.
I thought that was like a drone or something.
That was my phone.
No, areola.
Oh, areola.
An areola drone.
So
That's what I
actually,
thought, but all right.
you can also get like pimples on your areolas,
Yeah.
but they're not like actual pimples. You're not supposed to pop them because I think they're like milk deposits, something like that. I can't
Like calcium deposits.
like
Wait, I got
calcium
milk?
deposits.
Yeah, I have pimples on my nipples too, but they don't pop.
Did you try?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
because they look weird.
My titty won't pop.
Like I have normal looking nipples, but I got little bumps on them, and I'm like, what the hell?
See, that's why you ain't been on the hub in like 1080p or 4K or nothing. Like, you really got to get off the VHS that you stole from me.
So I saw this one story about how this little kid, he had like they thought it was a hair coming out of his. You guys have areolas too, but not like ours.
Yeah.
So your guys are mainly just nipples. But he had a hair there, and they went to go pull it, and he like passed the fuck out because it was actually a nerve ending coming out.
Oh.
So they pulled his nerve out.
Oh god.
We had to take him to the hospital because it was bleeding like profusely.
It's like an opposite of a pull string doll. Like instead of turning on, it powers down.
Oh.
God, that sounds so bad.
I know, yeah. No,
I need ice.
My titties hurt. Like, damn.
I need ice.
I think the biggest struggle I would ever have as a girl, outside of like being ugly, affording everything. Like the price of bras.
Yeah, we like to call that
And
the
tampons
pink tax.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, okay. So there's this one time I was shopping for a baby shower, and we weren't sure what she was having. So I was just gonna get something like gender neutral. Well, I saw these cute little blue socks. They're like little boy socks, and they were like $10.99. Good, 3-pack of socks, great. And then I saw these other cute socks, but they were like girl socks. Another 3-pack, but they were like $15.99, almost $17 for literally the same thing, but for girls.
got a pink tax.
Yep.
I mean, pink stuff is more expensive than blue stuff just because it's harder to make.
Pink tax
Blue's
isn't
a lot more common of a dye than pink.
It doesn't literally. Well, they had like little white socks with like little dots on them. They had like little elephant socks, and I can't remember what the last one was.
Well, then yeah, that makes sense. But I was thinking of like the exact same socks with
You're
solid
just
blue or
thinking of like,
solid pink.
yeah, you're just thinking, but no.
No, okay.
It's just the wording. Oh, it's girls, so put
Yeah.
it higher. It's boys, put it lower.
Well, like shopping wise, like girls get taken advantage of on that shit constantly. Like I was sitting with Kaylin last night, and we were, I don't know, she was watching reels, so I was watching reels, and like this girl's like doing this tutorial on a hand mask, to get all the hair and whatnot off your hands, so that way your hands are all soft and this,
Yeah.
that, and the other. And I'm like, if a guy calls another guy, tells him that his hands are soft, like those are fighting words.
Yeah.
Like, like, what the fuck you said, But, like, she had like this whole mask, and it was like a 20-step process.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is insane. Like, and I was just like sitting there, I was like, and I looked at Caitlin, I was like, we don't care, right?
Yeah.
Like, we really don't care.
No.
Like, you don't have to do all the makeup and all that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if the guy cares that much about, if you have to buy the whole girl kit to make the guy happy, you probably shouldn't be with the fucking guy. I'm just saying.
I agree.
So there's some guy out there that will take you with a unibrow. I'm just saying.
I've done a foot mask one time.
I mean, how I showed you my coworker.
I mean, as long as she ain't coming at me going, like. Okay, well, maybe still. I mean, I can, I'll learn the language, I guess. But
you should really invest in a foot mask.
Why?
They're actually like super sick.
Have you seen those fuckers?
Okay.
They're awesome. They're like these. What?
You make fun of me getting a pedicure, and you're like, you need a foot mask.
You literally just put on a wet sock and then take it off after 10 minutes.
Okay.
You go and have Asian ladies play with your feet.
Yeah, tell me which one sounds more gay.
Yours.
Oh, I had these beautiful, bold, pioneering women.
Sure. Is that racist?
No, because I call them beautiful, bold, and pioneering. Sure, certainly they're Geminis. I don't know. Because that's how we got to the bold pioneer.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
That's definitely more gay.
Yeah, no.
I'm just putting on wet socks.
Ew, first off.
For like 10 minutes and taking them off. And then your feet peel.
You might do that anyway.
Ugh. Just what's wrong with your feet?
They're dry.
Which dries the
Because
nose.
you keep on bullying me about a pedicure.
Water those dogs, dude.
I think any future girlfriends for dad that's listening to this, it's long gone by now.
If they put up with me for this long, they're in it for the long haul. Yeah, that's just hearing that and like future girlfriend added to that. It seems like I mean, I've only got 873 weekends left. So, like, I don't know if I got time for a girlfriend.
They keep changing every time you say that.
Well,
in the beginning, it was built at 1,300, and then it was 1,700, and now it's back to 800.
Well, look, whenever you're down to 596 weekends, you lose count. I'm just saying.
Dyslexia.
Did you see that I know this is like way off in left field here.
Uh-huh.
You know that movie, The Notebook?
Oh my god.
Yes, I do. The worst fucking movie in the world. Yes.
That's not good at all. Because I thought it was really good. Rewatched it. It sucked.
Ryan Gosling.
But, I love Ryan Gosling. Ugh.
I love Ryan Gosling too, but the whole movie's about him being a cuck. But go ahead.
You know the old lady that plays, like, is telling the story?
Yeah, the villain.
No. Okay, yeah, the villain. The one with Alzheimer's at the end?
Yeah, the villain.
Did you know that the actress that played that old lady just died recently from Alzheimer's?
Huh? Recently?
Yeah.
The movie's like 25 years old.
It is recently.
Wow.
Yeah, she just died recently of Alzheimer's.
She was really good at playing old. Because, like, in the movie, it looked like in real life she had about 2 weeks left.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like, she was fantastic at being old.
But isn't that like a weird coincidence? Like the only role she's really known for
Mm-hmm.
is playing a old lady with Alzheimer's, and she dies an old lady with Alzheimer's.
Huh. You know,
So that was before she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's.
I mean, I know it's a movie, and I feel bad that that somebody had passed away. Because I know she's got family and that people love her and everything. But she was such a good villain that I'm more sad about Darth Vader dying
Yeah.
than the Notebook.
No, that's fair.
I was watching that. I mean, I watched it like a good little boyfriend the first few times.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh yeah, no, I want to be just like that. But yeah, in the back of my mind, I'm all like, this bitch.
The only reason it's not like a 0 out of 10 movie is because of Ryan Gosling. Like, I've always loved him as an actor, and even everything he's ever done, I've liked. I've never seen a bad movie with Ryan Gosling in it,
Well, it's like how we give
other
girls
than The Notebook.
like unrealistic beauty standards,
Yeah.
through makeup and advertising and stuff like that. They give guys unrealistic boyfriend standards through movies and the fucking Hallmark Channel.
Yeah.
So
That you watch sometimes?
on Christmas Eve, whenever I'm drinking wine.
I've caught you a few times watching a couple movies that like screamed Hallmark movie, Hallmark written scripts.
No, that was Pornhub.
I came in down here earlier where we record the podcast, and I walk in and I'm like, oh, maybe Dad's watching like, I don't know, an old Western or like Star Wars or, stuff that you would normally watch.
Mm-hmm.
I walk in, you're watching Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I was not expecting that one today.
Can't be as bad. I went on a trip with my family once, and I turned on the TV, and my dad forgot to close off with something that he purchased. And you both guess what that is.
Oh, for $39.99.
Yep.
Ah, yeah. We all in there.
Oh, no.
Cheap
Before
ass
you had to buy
cable
it.
porn.
I feel bad that I'm getting old enough now to where I have to actually think about clearing out my browser history more often in case I do kick the bucket. And then, like, you go to get in my laptop to, like, try to find a bill, and you're like, whoa.
It's filthy old man.
No, that was into that weird shit.
So many feet.
Why is it all animated?
What is this, like Chubby Toes for Bros and Hoes? That's my OnlyFans channel if anybody wants to subscribe. But
Me and a friend of mine, whenever we were in high school, we talked about doing an OnlyFans together.
Dude.
Well, not like sexual OnlyFans, which would mean this guy. It was like feet pics.
Oh my.
Again.
And we were gonna name it String Bean and Meatball because he was a pretty skinny dude and I'm me. We were gonna name it String Bean and Meatball, and now, like about 4 or 5 years later, his name in my phone is still String Bean, and my name in his phone is still Meatball.
Emma, do you know any females whatsoever that have a foot thing? Because I got like 4 guys off the top of my head that I could say, but
No, I actually don't. Probably my cousin's weird ass baby mama. She, I mean, hold on.
it's oddly specific.
I only say this because she used to sell pictures to sugar daddies of like her full nudist body when she was almost 8 months pregnant.
Oh my god!
That's a genre.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
it is, but that's like
So I'm
crazy.
pretty sure she would also do feet.
But I'm pretty sure that no, not that she would do feet.
Oh, if she's into it?
Yeah, like, cause I'm pretty sure like most of the
Probably.
perverted stuff is 99.9% guys.
Fair enough. She'll probably suck her own toes.
Well, like I asked one girl what she was into, and she told me forearms. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
She's like, forearms. I was like, what about them?
yeah, like forearms, veins, things like that.
Yeah,
back
muscular and
muscles.
vein. I'm like, veins.
Yeah.
Like, is that why y'all go out crackhead so often? Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know he's a piece of shit, and I know he's gonna steal my money and probably sell my baby. But look at those veins, y'all.
Look at that wrist.
actually had an ex try to pressure me into doing OnlyFans with him. Like he would ask like every single fucking day. It was an argument every day.
Wow.
You can probably guess which one it is.
Yeah, I probably can.
I just, that's not. Don't ever do that.
Oh,
Internet's forever.
Internet's forever.
Yeah, I'm saying that like every girl I've ever known in my entire life. Don't ever do that shit. Internet is forever.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I could search up my brother's name and like articles from when he was little in wrestling. They still pop up.
Yeah.
Pictures of him are still on the internet.
Yeah.
I search my name on the internet and I get pictures from my Instagram that I deleted years ago.
I'm still an old hockey player, so.
See, I'm an old football player.
I'm some kind of musician.
Yeah.
Yeah, or some old lady.
Yeah. The
Either or.
Yeah, but see, like musician, football, hockey, like things we could have been.
But those spots were already taken with those names.
Yeah, I know because they had less weekends than we did.
I think one of mine was also like a middle-aged black politician was Colby Hobson. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I was.
That couldn't be far from me. Farther from me.
I was doing like the whole like deep dive about like last name and everything, and it even got down to like the Civil War, and there was like it was like 50% of us was for the South, the other 50% was with the North. I'm like, even back then we couldn't agree.
Yeah.
My family always arguing shit.
The South will rise again.
No,
No.
it won't, Cletus. Oh my God. Anyway, I think I am out of stuff and I'm wasting away my 237 weekends left. So.
Yeah.